Disney is having a huge year, not only with their MCU films, Star Wars Episode 9, anticipated animated sequels like Toy Story 4 and Frozen 2, they also have the Disney live action remakes coming out this year. We got Dumbo right around the corner at the end of March, Aladdin coming out in May, and in July, The Lion King. Dumbo and The Lion King I'm looking forward to. Aladdin, however, I'm cautiously optimistic for, even though the trailers haven't really impressed me a lot. But we'll see what happens. Disney has been making so many live action remakes or reimaginings throughout the years. Some of them making a ton of money at the box office, and some of them have been hit and miss. And what I decided to do is review the Disney live action remakes or reimaginings before Dumbo the end of March, starting with Alice in Wonderland 2010, all the way to Beauty and the Beast 2017. And to start off Disney live action remakes or reimaginings is 2010's Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland came out in 2010, directed by Tim Burton, and stars Johnny Depp, Mia Wasikowska, Anne Hathaway, and Helena Bonham Carter. The plot of this film is we follow a grown-up Alice, played by Mia Wasikowska, and it's been 13 years ever since she's been to Wonderland. At her engagement party, and right at the moment where she's been proposed to a man she doesn't want to marry, she sees the white rabbit and goes down the rabbit hole. When she reunites with her friends at Wonderland, such as the Mad Hatter, the Cheshire Cat, and many others, she discovers she's the one to slay the Jabberwocky and end the Red Queen's reign of terror. Now, I remember seeing the teaser trailer for this movie coming out in 2009. I thought it looked pretty interesting. And this does sound kind of interesting that Tim Burton would make an Alice in Wonderland movie. I mean, Alice in Wonderland is bizarre. Tim Burton is a very bizarre director with his style, so that could work. I remember being excited for this movie, and when I saw it in 2010, I remember enjoying it. I remember liking it. I haven't seen this movie in years, and I've decided to rewatch this film for this review since it's been many years since I've seen this film, and it's okay. It's fine. I wouldn't say it's a bad movie, it's just meh. To start off with the positives, Tim Burton does do a solid job directing this film. He's definitely trying to capture the zaniness and the surreal nature of Wonderland, and for the most part, he does a good job with it. The colors, the creature designs, the look of Wonderland itself, he does a good job capturing the look of Wonderland and bringing it to live action. There are some great visuals in this movie that definitely feel like Alice in Wonderland. Along with this being a well-made movie too, the production design is really good, the costume design is excellent, Danny Elfman's score is really good, and there are some decent performances from the cast. Johnny Depp is very entertaining as the Mad Hatter. He gets plenty of funny moments to shine. And I also like that they tried to bring in some depth from the Mad Hatter, which I like too, bringing in a bit from his backstory to see why he is the way he is. And I also like that Johnny Depp tried to do his own version of the Mad Hatter, which I like too. And I also think the makeup and hairstyling is also good too. Helena Bonham Carter is a ton of fun to watch, just chewing up the scenery and being over the top as the evil Red Queen. She is having so much fun in this role. And also a great performance from Alan Rickman as Absalom the Caterpillar. He's great as always. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. He's awesome. However, I do have some flaws with this movie. I will get to those right now. First, I found the first half of this movie to be pretty boring. I wasn't really getting into the story. It was kind of boring, just like, you know, when are things gonna pick up? And then when Alice goes to Wonderland for the first time, when she falls down the rabbit hole, that's where things start to pick up in my opinion. As for the story, I wasn't really interested in the story. I didn't really like how they turned Alice in Wonderland into a war movie. It's just like, really? Can't Wonderland just be this crazy, eccentric place? Just, why does this need to be a war movie with like a chosen one to destroy this? Just, why? I didn't really find a lot of emotion in this story. I wasn't really invested in the characters or the emotion. I found the story pretty uninteresting. And there are some weak performances from the cast. Mainly Mia Wasikowska as Alice, and she's fine, but I mostly found her performance pretty bland and wooden, just not a lot of emotion in her performance. And Anne Hathaway as the White Queen, she's fine too, but something about her performance that bothered me was like these weird hand movements she's trying to do. It's like almost every scene she's in, she's like doing this, just like, what is that? Just, what? Found that distracting. And also, there are times where the green screen can be noticeable here and there. But besides that, I found Alice in Wonderland 2010 to be a pretty mediocre remake. While it has strong visuals and Tim Burton is trying to capture the zaniness of Alice in Wonderland, it has hit or miss performances, an uninteresting story, and overall, it's a pretty mediocre movie. And overall, I am going to give Alice in Wonderland 2.5 stars out of 5. Not a bad movie, it's just alright. And if you enjoyed this movie, good for you. I'm happy you enjoyed it, but I found it to be a pretty meh film. And the next Disney live-action remake or reimagining up next is Oz the Great and Powerful, and that's the next review. So what do you guys think of Alice in Wonderland 2010? Do you agree? Disagree with me? Let me know below. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.